Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the world of finance and economics. Today, we have a thought-provoking topic to discuss. How long will the US dollar maintain its status as the world's default currency? The US dollar has been the global default currency for quite some time, but the future is uncertain. Let's explore the factors that have contributed to its dominance and what could potentially disrupt its reign. In August 2023, South Africa will host the leaders of Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, a group of nations known by the acronym BRICS. Among the items on the agenda is the creation of a new joint BRICS currency. The BRICS summit comes as countries across the world are confronting a changing geopolitical landscape that is challenging the traditional dominance of the West. And while the BRICS countries have been seeking to reduce their reliance on the dollar for over a decade, Western sanctions on Russia after its invasion of Ukraine have accelerated the process. Meanwhile, rising interest rates and the recent debt ceiling crisis in the US have raised concerns among other countries about the dollar-denominated debt and the demise of the dollar should the world's leading economy ever default. The BRICS countries are seeking to discover and develop new ideas about how to shake up international affairs and effectively coordinate policies around these ideas. With 88% of international transactions conducted in US dollars, and the dollar accounting for 58% of global foreign exchange reserves, the dollar's global dominance is indisputable. Yet de-dollarization, or reducing an economy's reliance on the US dollar for international trade and finance, has been accelerating following the Russian invasion of Ukraine. The BRICS countries have been pursuing a wide range of initiatives to decrease the dependence on the dollar. Over the past year, Russia, China and Brazil have turned to greater use of non-dollar currencies in their cross-border transactions. Iraq, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates are actively exploring dollar alternatives. And central banks have sought to shift more of their currency reserves away from the dollar and into gold. Currency ambitions. Although talk of a BRICS currency has gained momentum, there is limited information on various models under consideration. The most ambitious path would be something akin to the euro, the single currency adopted by 11 member states of the European Union. But negotiating a single currency would be difficult given the economic power asymmetries and complex political dynamics within BRICS. And for a new currency to work, BRICS would need to agree to an exchange rate mechanism, have efficient payment systems and a well-regulated, stable and liquid financial market. To achieve a global currency status, BRICS would need a strong track record of joint currency management to convince others that the new currency is reliable. A BRICS version of the euro is unlikely for now. None of the countries involved show any desire to discontinue its local currency. Rather, the goal appears to be to create an efficient integrated payment system for cross-border transactions as the first step and then introduce a new currency. In 2010, the BRICS Interbank Cooperation Mechanism was launched to facilitate cross-border payments between BRICS banks in local currencies. And de-dollarization efforts have been struggling both at the multilateral and bilateral level. In 2014, when the BRICS countries launched the new development bank, its founding agreement outlined that its operations may provide financing in the local currency of the country in which the operation takes place. Yet, in 2023, the bank remains heavily dependent on the dollar for its survival. Local currency financing represents around 22% of the bank's portfolio, although its new president hopes to increase that to 30% by 2026. Similar challenges exist in bilateral de-dollarization pursuits. Russia and India have sought to develop a mechanism for trading in local currencies, which would enable Indian importers to pay for Russia's cheap oil and coal in rupees. However, talks were suspended after Moscow cooled on the idea of rupee accumulation. Despite the barriers to de-dollarization, the BRICS group's determination to act should not be dismissed. The group has been known for defying expectations in the past. Since many countries expressed an interest in joining BRICS, the group is likely to scale its de-dollarization agenda. Even if there is no movement on the joint currency front, there are multiple issues on which BRICS finance ministers as well as central bankers regularly coordinate, and the potential for developing new financial collaborations is particularly strong. No doubt, talk of a new BRICS currency in itself is an important indicator of the desire of many nations to diversify away from the dollar. But we believe focusing on the BRICS currency risks missing the forest for the trees. A new global economic order will not emerge out of a new BRICS currency or de-dollarization happening overnight. but it can potentially emerge out of BRICS' commitment to coordinating their policies and innovating, something this currency initiative represents. Thank you for joining us today on this fascinating discussion. Remember to keep exploring, stay informed, and be ready for the ever-changing world of finance. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analysis. Until next time, take care.